Hello dear student, I am Dr. Ashok Yevle, Assistant Professor from Department of Zoology, KTHM College, Nasik. In today's presentation, we are going to discuss in detail topic transverse section of rectum. In a previous presentation, we have seen different parts of alimentary canal, that is transverse section of stomach, transverse section of esophagus, transverse section of small intestine, that is ileum and duodenum, and it is a last part of alimentary canal, that is rectum. So what are the learning object of today's presentation? See, what is rectum, histological structure of rectum, and what are different functions of rectum. So see, this slide shows a alimentary canal of mammal. Alimentary canal consists of different organ. It is a tube-like structure, starts from mouth and ends to anus. As I said, these alimentary canal mostly play their role in the process of digestion. This diagram shows a structure of rectum, or we can visualize a position of rectum. See, it is a terminal part of alimentary canal. Just above the anus, there is a location of rectum. Rectum is a next part after the colon. Now, what is rectum? Rectum is a concluding part of large intestine that terminate the anus. As I said, it is a important part of large intestine just after the sigmoid colon. Colon is a part of large intestine. Generally, large intestine consists of colon, rectum, and anus. Colon further divided into ascending colon, transverse colon, and descending colon, while the descending colon leads into a sac-like structure called as rectum. So this rectum is about 12 to 16 centimeter long and further divided into three important parts such as intraperitoneally, retroperitoneally, and extraperitoneally. It is a sac-like structure. Generally, it is used for temporary deposition of fecal matter for the elimination through anus. So, rectum is most important part of alimentary canal. It is mostly used for deposition of fecal matter temporarily. Then this slide shows four distinct layers of rectum, that is serosa, muscularis, submucosa, and mucosa. Same like other different parts of alimentary canal, that is duodenum, ileum, stomach, esophagus. The rectum showing four distinct layers such as serosa, outer serosa layer, then muscularis. Muscularis layer consists of circular and longitudinal muscle fibers. Then submucosa, it is the smallest layer which having lymph and blood vessels, means it is a highly vascularized area, or we can say layer of rectum, and then innermost layer called as mucosa. In case of rectum, as compared to other organelles of alimentary canal, it is highly developed. It has highly development of villi region, and these villi having a special type of cells that is called as goblet cells and enterocytes. These goblet cell secrete a mucus substance. That mucus substance secretion makes the food become lubricant, or we can say mucus fluid. Now, what are the histological structure of rectum? As I said, the rectum histologically further divided into four layers, that is serosa, muscularis, submucosa, and mucosa. So serosa, it is outermost layer, muscularis second layer of rectum, submucosa and mucosa. This figure showing a four distinct layer of rectum. As I said, it is a sac-like structure, and this sac-like structure wall consists of four distinct layers, that is mucosa, submucosa, muscularis propria and serosa. But in case of rectum, serosa is not found, or we can say it is a very thin or smallest layer of rectum. Then we'll discuss in detail now. Serosa. Serosa, it is the outermost covering. It is a thin layer of loose connective tissue. Then muscularis. Muscularis is highly developed into rectum. It is consists of circular and longitudinal muscle fiber along with a sphincter muscle. Ring musculature continues as a sphincter ani externus muscle with a sphincter system, whereas outer longitudinal musculature which continues with corrugator cutis ani muscle inserting at the skin around the anus. Due to presence of corrugator cutis ani muscles and sphincter ani externus muscle along with sphincter system, this muscularis layer provides a most vital activities such as contraction and relaxation for the deposition as well as elimination of this nitrogenous waste product from the rectum through anus. Then third layer is submucosa. Submucosa, it is highly vascularized area. It consists of blood vessel, lymph follicles and mucinous plexus. So it is highly vascularized layer of rectum. It is a thick layer of rectum because of it contains veins, arteries and nerve fiber. It is highly vascularized layer of rectum. Then fourth layer is mucosa. The mucosa has a intestinal epithelium with simple columnar epithelial cell. It is the innermost layer. It consists of enterocytes and numerous goblet cells. These are the special type of cells present in the villi of mucosal layer. These enterocytes and goblet cells secrete a mucus substance, and these are also absorptive in function. At the end of anal transitional zone or the columnar epithelial, it is most stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelial layer. So this much about four layers of rectum, that is serosa, then muscularis, submucosa and mucosa. Then we turn to next point of the presentation, that is functions of rectum. The rectum is a most important part of alimentary canal, as I said. And what are the different functions of rectum? See, the rectum is a sac-like structure mostly used for the temporary deposition of fecal matter. It is the last part of large intestine. Whenever the food is undigested food, especially deposit into rectum, it is always temporarily deposited into the rectum. So whenever the food is deposited into the rectum, the absorption means the important fecal matter having important nutrients, that is also absorbed through this rectum. Similar to the colon, electrolytes are absorbed. That is sodium, potassium, and chloride. These are the important ingredients present in undigested food material. So these indigested food material also absorb in the colon. Then stool is thickened through water absorption and mixed with mucus. If the stool enters in rectum ampulla, which is usually emptying to stretch receptor. However, the rising muscle pressure in the ampulla leads to increasing relaxation and contraction on smooth and sphincter muscles, which holding the stools for long time in rectum. As I said, after the colon, the food is passes from ascending colon to transverse colon and transverse colon to descending colon. So that food is in liquid form, but this liquid form food is deposited into rectum. So whatever extra amount of water is there, that water reabsorb from the rectum into blood via blood cells present in the area of submucosa. Then, due to presence of rectal muscles, that is sphincter muscles, along with a special type of muscle present in rectum that plays an important role in the process of contraction and relaxation, because whenever the deposition of food into the rectum, the size of rectum become increase or decrease. So the increasing and decreasing size or the passage of rectum, it is to be controlled by this sphincter type of muscle. At the base of sphincter muscle, there is the base of rectum, there is a special type of muscles, that is sphincter muscle. These sphincter muscle help in the process of contraction and relaxation of openings of rectum. So whenever the pressure generated on sphincter muscle, the opening of rectum become open. That is why the fecal matter eliminate from the body through anus. So the anus is the opening of alimentary canal through which the fecal matter which deposited into rectum, it is to be eliminated from the body through anus. The last function of rectum is it is a continent organ and that support the defecation through contraction. As I said, the defecation. So whatever the unwanted food material deposited into rectum, side by side, or we can say at interval of time, it is to be eliminated from the body, and this elimination takes place through anus. So the anus is a small opening through which this undigested food material eliminated from the body. And so we say rectum, it is a continent organ and that support the defecation through the contraction, that is with the help of sphincter muscles. So in this way we have seen in today's presentation, first what is rectum, then what is structure of rectum, and then what are different functions of rectum. Generally in exam, question asks write short note on TS of rectum. So in such a question you have to draw first diagram, then histological explanation of different layers of rectum, that is serosa, submucosa, mucosa and muscularis. Then write the functions. At least we have to mention 3 to 4 functions of each part, that is function of rectum. So it is most important part of this topic. So in this way we have finished this lesson. Thank you for watching this presentation. Thank you.